Here's something that should make you wonder what's really happening above our heads. America just quietly sent another top-secret military spacecraft into the cosmos, and they're not telling us when it's coming back. On Thursday evening, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket thundered off the launch pad at Cape Canaveral, Florida, carrying what might be one of the most mysterious pieces of military hardware currently in operation. This wasn't your typical satellite launch. This was the 8th deployment of the X-37B Orbital Test Vehicle, a robotic mini-shuttle that looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. But here's where it gets controversial. Nobody outside classified military circles knows exactly what this thing is doing up there. The X-37B represents a fascinating blend of cutting-edge aerospace engineering and military secrecy. Built by aerospace giant Boeing, this unmanned spacecraft operates completely autonomously, meaning it can navigate, maneuver, and conduct its mysterious operations without any human intervention from Earth. Think of it as a robotic laboratory that can survive and function in the harsh environment of space for extended periods. For those unfamiliar with orbital mechanics, this vehicle can operate in both high Earth orbit, thousands of miles above our planet, and low Earth orbit, just a few hundred miles up, where the International Space Station operates. This flexibility allows it to conduct a wide range of experiments and observations that fixed satellites simply cannot perform. The U.S. Space Force revealed some intriguing details about this particular mission back in July, describing it as a testing ground for next-generation technologies. Among these are advanced laser communication systems that could revolutionize how we send data through space, and something called a quantum inertial sensor, essentially a navigation device so precise it could detect the tiniest changes in motion or position. And this is the part most people miss. Mission 8 isn't just about testing gadgets. According to official statements, this deployment aims to improve the resilience, efficiency, and security of U.S. space-based communications architectures. In simpler terms, they're working on making America's satellite communications networks more robust and harder to disrupt. But here's what raises eyebrows. The Space Force refuses to disclose how long this mission will last. The previous X-37B mission stayed in orbit for more than an entire year, before finally returning to Earth in March. That's 365-plus days of continuous, classified operations occurring right above our heads. These remarkable spacecraft have been quietly revolutionizing military space operations since their debut in 2010. Picture a miniature space shuttle, about 30 feet long with a 15-foot wingspan, powered entirely by solar panels that unfold like wings once it reaches orbit. Unlike the retired space shuttle program that required massive crews and complex ground support, these vehicles are completely reusable and can land themselves on conventional runways. The implications of this technology extend far beyond what we're being told. While officials frame these missions as operational demonstrations and experiments, critics argue that such secretive, long-duration military space operations blur the lines of international space law and could potentially spark a new kind of arms race beyond Earth's atmosphere. So here's what I want to know. In an era where space is becoming increasingly congested with commercial satellites, scientific missions, and now secretive military operations, should we be concerned about the militarization of what was once considered the final frontier? Are these defensive technologies actually preparing for something more aggressive? And perhaps most importantly, do we, as tax-paying citizens, have a right to know what our military is doing in space for months or years at a time? What's your take on this? Do you think the secrecy surrounding these missions is justified for national security? Or should there be more transparency about military operations in space? Share your thoughts. I'm genuinely curious whether you see this as necessary defense or a concerning escalation of space militarization.